It's May 28th, 2024, my 24th birthday. As a kid, I would have been so excited for a moment like this. But somehow, this year it all feels different. I'll be honest with you, with each coming year, it seems a bit less meaningful and more like any other day. Of course, you could argue that it's because I've grown up and my values have changed. Yet I still think a day like this should be celebrated either way. I mean, I've survived another year on this earth. Why not have some cake for such a special occasion? But maybe that's exactly the issue. I say that I survived another year. Not lived, not enjoyed, just survived. People often mention the things they would teach their younger selves, but it rarely goes the other way around. In most cases, kids can truly be our greatest teachers when it comes to living life. They have this amazing superpower of finding wonder in the ordinary because they're so full of life and curiosity. They think for themselves without any limits because no one has told them otherwise. The thing is, we're still the same kids we used to be. It's all still in us, the creativity, pure joy, and excitement. We've just lost these attributes somewhere along the way and hid them deep inside for whatever reason. It's time to regain the spark of life. It's time to learn from our younger selves and start living once again. Lately, I've been noticing that terms like ick and cringe have become increasingly popular because of social media. What bothers me is that these words are frequently used to criticize aspects of people that are fundamental to who they are. As a result, we constrain ourselves because of the opinions of other people, or at least what we believe their assumptions of us are. This kind of thinking can lead to a deep sense of self-consciousness. We become overly concerned with how we're perceived, constantly worrying about whether we're coming across the right way. We might start presenting a version of ourselves that we think others would approve of, all while hiding the parts of our personality that we fear might be judged. Over time, this can significantly influence our decisions and the way we live our lives. We might find ourselves holding back from expressing our true feelings. We start to feel ashamed of the things that make us into who we are, all of our interests and passions. These are the very things that should be celebrated, not hidden away, especially from the people closest to you. I'm guilty of it myself. There's no doubt that I really enjoy making videos, and in most cases I'm really proud of my work. Yet at the same time, I'm always reluctant to share or even talk about it with the people I know because I fear they will think it's all cringe. I rarely take a camera with me as I don't want to be judged as the YouTuber. even though my friends probably wouldn't even mind and might even be happy to be a part of the content. Maybe it's because I don't see my work as good enough, or the topics feel too deep and personal that people wouldn't really care or find them relatable. But I put so many hours, so much thought and effort into each one of my projects. Clearly it's important to me, so why am I ashamed? The truth is, most people are so preoccupied with their own lives that they don't have the time or energy to examine every little thing we do. We often think that we're under constant observation, that every action is being judged, when in reality, others are just as caught up in their own worlds as we are in ours. They're dealing with their own insecurities and concerns, just like us. Knowing this, I'm starting to understand that I shouldn't let these fears dictate my actions. As a kid, I was so proud of my interests and qualities. I didn't hold back and share them with everyone. It didn't matter to me if others could even relate or understand. Don't let the fear of judgment stop you from being who you really are, because when you embrace your true self, you give others permission to do the same. It creates an environment where individuality is actually valued. The right people will appreciate you for it, and real connections will be made. Most importantly, you'll find greater peace and fulfillment within yourself. Some wise man once said, "Don't kill the part of you that is cringe. Kill the part that cringes." And I fully agree with that. About a year ago, I decided to try something new and bought myself a DJ controller. I had never played any instrument before and lacked even a basic understanding of music theory. The learning curve seemed so steep and intimidating. I honestly didn't believe that I would actually get somewhere with it. However, today I find myself not only comfortable with a DJ controller, but also really enjoying the process. It's one of my favorite hobbies, and I've even performed a few times, something that I never thought would happen. All because a friend told me to look at it as a new toy rather than a daunting piece of equipment, to just play around with it and enjoy the process and not take it too seriously. Ironically, I believe that's how we reach the greatest results in whatever we pursue. We also play with a bit of music production, and without any real foundation, we're able to learn so much and actually put a song together. It's a lesson that you can also take from your favorite video game. When you lose, you don't just give up and never touch it again. You gain experience, learn from your mistakes, and try again until you succeed. Kids understand this. Failure isn't really a concept for them. That's why they learn so quickly. While we're too busy worrying and analyzing every single detail about the challenges we face, they are just experimenting, testing new boundaries, and moving forward. Regardless of age, occupation, or circumstances, there are always opportunities to infuse our daily routines with elements of play. It's a fundamental aspect of human nature, one that we've clearly forgotten the importance of. I invite you to look at the world as this big playground in which you can literally do whatever you want. Follow your genuine curiosity and complete as many side quests as you can. That's how you stay young and enjoy the most of it. You can take anything as serious or unimportant as you'd like, because you're the one who gives meaning to everything around you. When you cultivate a more playful attitude, it's much easier to get into a state of flow, where time seems to disappear, distractions fade away, and you become fully immersed in the task at hand. Going back to music, it's my favorite example for this. The artists are usually just playing around. There's always something truly special about it. Adam's gonna cook us something up.
Hell yeah. Hold up, let's sample some jazz.
Adam cooks and then he's like, I don't know what's it gonna sound like, but like...
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like, it's not good, but like...
chef.
Yeah, humble chef.
Yeah, oh shit.
Bro, literally 20 minutes.
So cool.
20-minute meal. 20-minute meal.
Beautiful.
I feel like fear is another thing that's grown for me over the years. I'm not talking about phobias of heights or darkness. Those are long gone. Rather just the lack of confidence in my abilities. Fear of not being able to reach the goals that I set. Not being able to become the person I want to be. The best version of myself. I look at other people living the life I aspire to create, and it seems like they're built differently. Like they have this unfair advantage and know something that I don't. You see, when we were kids, our imagination had no bounds. We truly believed that we could literally do anything. This wasn't merely a childish fantasy, it was a powerful state of mind that enabled us to see beyond our current circumstances. It seems that as we grow older, we gather experiences and with them, doubts. Every failure, every setback adds a little more weight to the fear of trying again. The culture and society around us start to shape our perception, often highlighting pitfalls rather than the opportunities. We become painfully aware of our limitations and the risks involved. Reclaiming that childlike sense of possibility is essential. Seeing beyond your current reality and overcoming the limitations that you have imposed on yourself. That's how you can unlock the potential you never knew you possessed. As a kid, if I wanted something, I just went for it, figuring everything out along the way. I didn't plan the next 10 steps ahead. All I did was focus on making the first move. I feel like that's the recipe for any type of success. That's what separates me from the individuals who have made it. They just went for it, even if they didn't feel like they're ready. Because you never really are. It's just another excuse to stay in your comfort zone. Action is the antidote to fear. Each step forward builds confidence. Small victories create momentum, bringing you closer to your goals. The only real failure is not trying. Be fearless. Set high goals and believe that you can achieve them because you're no different than the people who have actually done it. Know that they were once in the exact same position as you, maybe even in a worse one. Embrace a bit of delusion in your ambitions and let it drive you towards the life that you want.
The man, the myth, the legend. Hello, sir, what's your name? Thank you.